theshedkings.com.
And we want to thank the Shed Kings, Curtis and Anthony, for sponsoring our KRIM Community Spotlight program. Good morning, Rim Country. Chris Higgins in the KRIM studio here in the Sawmill Theater Movie Complex. Hope you're having a great Tuesday morning, but also hope you're ready for some more hot weather. A heat advisory in effect here in Payson. And so if you don't have to go outside, hey, stay inside and enjoy cooler weather, or come to the movie theater. They have a nice cool spot over here for you to enjoy a movie. Well, this morning we are going to be talking about the 10th Annual Payson Book Festival that takes place July 19th. That's Saturday, July 19th at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Admission is free, and there'll be over 80 Arizona authors in attendance, selling their books and available for you to talk to, ask questions to. Just a wonderful time to interact with all of these amazing authors. In the studio we have two of the authors. Both live here in Rim Country. We have Tim Ehrhardt. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, Chris.
And we have Bobbie Bennet. Good morning, Bobbie.
Hey, good morning.
Thank you so much for coming in this morning to share about your books and being at this year's Payson Book Festival. Bobbie, I'll start with you because not only are you going to have a book at the festival, and your book is Widowed, the Next Chapter.
It's called Widowhood, the Next Chapter.
Widowhood, yes, the next chapter.
And I'm still here.
Yes.
What's next?
What's next, that's right. But now you also have played a big part in the book festival and also the Rim Country chapter of Arizona Professional Writers.
Yes, I have been a part of the APW, which is the Arizona Professional Writers Group, since 2003. I'm currently the vice president at this time, and just very, very excited about the book festival that's coming up. But I used to be in charge of the silent auction table from years past, but this year I get to sit out with the authors because I'm going to have my book out there for sale as well.
Wow, hey, that is great. So that will be an interesting experience for you, not to be one of the organizers, maybe, you know, running around doing things, but just being able to be at your table, interacting with the people in attendance, and sharing about your book. So when did you start writing this book? How long did it take to write?
Well, actually, I started writing little bits and pieces of becoming a widow back in during the pandemic, you know, when we were all prisoners in our own homes. And so I started writing little mini stories, and I decided to put them all together in book form. But I didn't stop there. I interviewed a lot of other widows and widowers, and I put a lot of their stories in the book as well. Hopefully, some people can relate to you know, something that is going to help them carry on if they are in the same situation. I think my book is good for a gift. So if you know somebody that has just passed away, you would give them this gift because it has all kinds of self-help information. It's got little funny stories. I say funny, candid is really the word, because I don't want it to be depressing. I do want people to understand that we're all going to be going through something that we've never gone through before, and there is other people out there that has great advice if you'll just read the book. But it's very interesting, I think, that I've been getting a lot of response from other people saying, boy, this book is really needed. It not only tells you what to do or what you can do, but like for instance, if you needed to close a Facebook account, well, that's not an easy thing to do. So I actually put on there exactly who to contact, what website, where to go, and exactly what you're going to have to do that. So I'm not just giving you advice, I'm going a little deeper than that.
Wow.
Just be helpful.
Oh, so it sounds like it is a book that would help and also encourage people that are going through being a widow.
Or a widower.
Widower. There
Yes.
you go. So you also, though, author bulletins for Rim Valley Estates, or Beaver Valley Estates, where you reside. And how long have you been, doing these bulletins?
Well, I've been doing the bulletins for several years, but my little bulletin is 12 pages long, number one, because I include pictures. So whenever Beaver Valley puts on an event or is going to be, having an event, I definitely love to be out there with my camera because I want to share everything that's going on in the neighborhood.
Wow.
So somebody told me one time, gosh, your bulletin is so full of all of these wonderful things. Why don't you submit it and see if you can win something? I said, oh, I don't need to win something. I just enjoy, giving out the information.
Yes.
But I went ahead and did it anyway, and in result, I actually won first place in 2024 for the state of Arizona of online publication newsletters for our bulletin. So now I can say that our bulletin is award-winning.
There you go.
So,
wow. And now, did it stop there, or did you submit it nationally as well?
I did. I submitted it nationally, not really, that's a lot, but I won second place in the nation.
Wow.
And I was flown to St. Louis, and they awarded me with a beautiful certificate and just all kinds of things that I was like over the top over. It's really wonderful to get recognition.
Wow, hey, that is great. So Tim, you have a couple books that you will have at this year's book festival. Have you been at the book festival before?
I have not. This will be my first year there, so I'm looking forward to it.
Well, have you done other book festivals in the past?
I haven't. I've done speaking around as a local historian. I spoke at the Library Friends of Payson meeting recently in the Historical Society, but I haven't really done the festival thing.
Wow, so are you excited about this being your first book festival?
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
Should be fun. Now, your books, you have two, and what are the titles of these books?
The most recent one that I published late last year was Homesteads of Arizona's Rim Country. So I take basically every piece of land that was homesteaded/patented from the United States in the area of Rim Country, 130 homesteads, and have at least one page on each of those. So I have an aerial map. If there was a homestead entry survey done, I have that, and I have some information about who patented it, and usually information about any of the subdivisions there, because especially outside of Payson, it's all land that wasn't land exchanged for, but actually patented. So like I live in Collins Ranch, that was patented by Sampson Elam Bowles. Beaver Valley was patented by Bert Beluzzi. Beluzzi's, an old family up here, because Bert's dad, patented a rim job. So it basically provides a good fundamental basics of rim country, because really the land is the backbone of things up here.
So when was the first homestead patented, or when?
The first patent was 1909.
1909. What family was that, or what? Do you remember who that was?
It was probably someone up in Pine.
Okay.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Gotcha. But up in Pine.
But yeah, and people. That doesn't mean they were the first ones here. It just was something that some people patented sooner than others. Obviously, you had the Forest Service formed in kind of around 05, 06, so that started to put the urgency on things. But for example, the Pyle family out in Bonita Creek didn't patent that land until the 30s.
Oh, okay, but they had been there.
They had been there a lot longer. Since
than
I think from before in the 1890s.
Oh wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. How long did it take you to gather all this information together?
I'm kind of a map geek, so I've been puttering around in geographic information systems programs, GIS, and playing with it, and had that background some too, as being a local realtor, knowing all these patents, all the land. You get so familiar with it, and you want to know the backstory of it.
Yeah.
So that's where it kind of came about progressively, and then it was kind of inspired. The Genealogy Society, someone in the 80s had put together kind of a little pamphlet flip book of every homestead in the area, and I would find myself referring to that so much in writing other history stuff. So I'm like, I need to modernize this, And then my friend Janie Peace Pyle, great historian herself, she said, Tim, you need to turn this into a full-fledged book. You need to expand upon it, write something on each homestead. And so that's how it came about.
And in the book, there is like one page will show the homestead, the property, and then you have a write-up.
Yeah, I have a write-up on the same page usually, and I also have kind of section area maps because, you know, really you can kind of divide up Rim Country into certain segments. I'm used to that as a realtor. We kind of, and I kind of followed how we divided up in areas as far as like, you know, Pine Strawberry, Houston Mesa, Control Road, Christopher Creek, things like that. So I have those localized maps where you can get a sampling of that and then go to the specific homestead pages.
Oh, very cool. And now you have another book that was written, though, a few years ago.
Yeah, it was back to probably about '08, I think, is when I
08.
released it, and it was Zane Gray's Forgotten Ranch, Tales from the Bulls Homestead. And I really focused, kind of centered around where I live, Collins Ranch, which was part of what Zane Gray owned. Zane Gray owned 120 acres out there. Not all the Bulls Homestead, Mead Ranch he did not own, but the rest of it. And that often got overshadowed by the more famous cabin 2.5 miles away. And the Bulls Homestead piece that Gray had was probably more, I would say almost investment. The Hots, like Ed and Verdi, kind of took care of things for him. And he only owned it about 7 years. Well, once he sold it, a saddle maker out of Globe, Charles Collins, who was an excellent saddle maker, he bought it. And then it wasn't developed until like the late 70s. My parents actually were one of the first, might have built the first cabin out there when Collins Ranch was developed, actually. So they bought in about like 1980. And I still have a postcard, we have a postcard that they sent their parents saying, little Tim likes it out here. And I was just 3 months old and they're up here looking for property and bought there. While I live there now full time, it was always a second home coming up from the valley. My dad built the cabin himself, and you know, so I obviously heard all of these stories and everything being out there. And we're right out in the shadow of Myrtle Point and Roberts Mesa, and we're about 3 miles from Tonto Creek as the crow flies. So very personal, and then telling the story through the years as things. And then Mead Ranch is even pretty interesting too, because the son of the people who developed that, Norman Mead, he did Tonto Trails magazine for a long time. And if you ever come across this, that started about in the mid-50s, just like classic kitsch Rim Country, like the cabin, coming up to the woods, seeing that era. The advertisements are really cool in it, and Norman drew wonderful maps. I'm not sure if they're still using. He did a map of Rim Country that they used as a placemat for a long time out of Coles Ranch. Norman was very talented, so it's cool that you have that additional connection out there.
Wow. Again, if you're just tuning in or just started watching our live streams, talking with Tim Ehrhardt and Bobbie Bennet, both authors that will be at this year's 10th Annual Payson Book Festival on that Saturday, July 19th. From 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino. It is free admission, and it's for all ages. Want to mention and talk a little bit about the Kids Zone, because there are a lot of things, a lot of books, kids books that'll be out there, but also a Kids Zone that is hosted by the Gila County Library District. Then they'll be reading stories to kids, making different arts and crafts. They just have a lot going on for the kids. So again, it's an event for the entire family, free admission, over 80 Arizona authors. And that's what's really cool. All of these authors reside in Arizona, and there's some coming up. I know one coming up from Sierra Vista. There's some coming down from the White Mountains, coming up from the valley, and then also our Rim Country authors, which Tim and Bobbie are both authors here in the Rim Country. So again, it's an event that you don't want to miss, Saturday, July 19th, 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. So Bobbie, maybe talk a little bit about the formation of the Rim Country chapter of Arizona Professional Writers. Kind of how did that come together, or what created that?
Well, Again, it was established in 2003. And Carol Osmond Brown and her husband Bing Brown, they were journalists for many years. And they wanted to bring that kind of atmosphere in Payson. They have a place in Beaver Valley. And so they really tried to get the people involved in doing a book festival so they could promote. They have so many authors right here in Rim Country. So she's the one that really got it started back then. Unfortunately, they're both gone. They haven't seen, you know, how much it's developed. And but it's definitely come a long way. And I'm just so excited because so many authors come up from all over the state. So it's a chance to meet these authors, get to know them, get their books signed and what have you, and bring the kids because they've got a special room just ready for them to do crafts, like you said, and all kinds of storytelling and fun things to do. So it is for the whole family. But
I remember over the years or in the beginning when it was out at Gila Community College. And the book festival was out there. I remember being out there serving ice cream and just
that was
all
really,
the authors.
and we grew out of that.
Yes.
And so now we're in the casino, which is the big banquet ballroom.
Yes.
And we fill it too. We fill that place. So they keep it nice and cool.
Yes.
So you can come out and really enjoy your time there.
And there are prizes that will be given away. I know some of the prizes will be books from each of the authors. So I believe you said before the program, when you enter the book festival, you're given a ticket?
Yes. You enter the book festival through the inside of the casino into the banquet room there, and you're given a ticket. And then you check your ticket number with the whiteboard, and if you have your ticket number on that board, you can pick out a book that one of the authors sitting there, there's over 80 authors, so there's over 80 books.
Yes.
And you can pick one of those books, then take it over to the author and get it signed personally for you. So yeah, there's chances of getting free books, and again, the silent auction table is always interesting. I know for years I was the manager of it, and I loved it because I got to meet all the merchants in town. Well, maybe they weren't so happy to see me walk in because I always had my hand out for it. But you know, they're so giving. This town is amazing.
It is. There are so many businesses and organizations that contribute to the book festival and other events here in Rim Country. So it is an amazing community for that. So Tim, with your books, did you refer to or look at other books, you know, for maybe ideas, inspiration, guidance, or was this kind of something you had in your mind, you know, how you wanted to do it? And
I was fortunate to kind of fall in with Jinx Pyle and Janie Peace Pyle. I had moved up here, I grew up in the Valley, moved up here full-time in '04. I have actual management and finance degrees from ASU, and then got into real estate, but I got to know Jinx and Janie, and it was especially important on my first book because, you know, you come across family people who research their family histories, and they aren't always as open to outsiders. And Jinx and Janie were able to help build some bridges for me and get me in with some of those people. And that was really important. One of the people who gave me a lot of great information was Betty Garrels. A lot of great photos. Garrels tied into that Pappy Hott family, which is tied into the Bowles family. So they were really important mentors, and yeah, there's some stylistic similarities, you know, between it. And I've written some history articles for the Payson Roundup including right now, and that was Jinx and Janie who helped tie me in with that as well. So they were really great mentors to have in writing.
I can see the cover, I believe, was inspired by them because the barbed wire around the edges.
Yeah, Janie had suggested that.
It just reminds me of one of their books that they have in different places. I think Rim Country Museum has some of their books, also Western Village.
Nolly's too.
And Nolly's.
And Janie, of course, just put out a new one, that Rim Country, Rural Rim Country Healthcare book, which is phenomenal.
Oh, wow. Okay. So have you ever, so outside of Jinx and Jamie, are there other authors that you've kind of communicated with or talked to, or not really?
Not really. I mean, I always love seeing, I love old newspapers. So
Oh, okay.
like Don Nadera's writing in the Republic back in the day was phenomenal.
Mhm.
And I still actually, and Janie told me this, so I figured she must have done it, but all of a sudden, like a few years ago, randomly came like a handmade book that Don Nadera did about his life. And of course, he's passed now, and I asked Janie about a year ago about it, and she's like, yeah, we were meeting with him, he knew he was gonna pass soon, and we met with him one last time, and we said, yeah, please send one of your books to Tim, because he only did like 100, 150 copies, it was just for friends. But Don was such a great writer, did a lot of great things up here, had that Pleasant Valley War book, and just, you know, because he had a place up here, and that was really cool, because Don, you go through his writing in the Arizona Republic, those columns he did, just neat stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So again, opportunity to interact with Arizona authors and authors that write about Arizona history will be there, and all types, all genres, all types of books, kids books, and that's Saturday, July 19th at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino, 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., and it is free admission. And more information can be found at paysonbookfestival.org. Also, you can meet the authors that will be in attendance on that website. So yeah, definitely check the site out and get information there. And if you're an author that was not able to get signed up for this year's book festival, or you know an author, Arizona author, that might be interested, you know, send them the link. Let them know about it. Maybe they can get into next year's book festival. Also, if you're an inspiring author, what a better place to go than the Payson Book Festival, because you get a chance to interact, to talk with all of these authors and ask them about their books and how they went about writing them, the publishing, all of it. So I have to ask, your book, did you self-publish or use a publisher?
Yeah, I self-published. The first one I did kind of in hand with Jinx and Janie, and I used the book printer they liked. This last one I actually did print via Amazon, because I've got so much color in it. So it's at my base cost is a lot more on it. It's a, you know, a $40 book because of all the color. And I've actually been pretty happy with how Amazon's printed it, because I was able to get, I had priced it out on the color, and I felt like Amazon was probably actually a little bit better deal than I would have paid printing all at once, but actually being able to print just, you know, because they sell online directly via Amazon, but then also you can buy author copies to sell yourself.
Okay.
And so it's actually worked out really well. Been really
Wow.
happy with it.
And how about you, Bobbie? How did you go about publishing your book?
Well, my book is self-published
Yeah, okay.
as well, and it's going to be available through Amazon and through my website, BobbieBennet.com. I'm going to say, Amazon said it should be ready by the early part of next week, so hopefully, you know.
Yeah.
I will point something out, and just
Yeah.
in general, authors always prefer if you buy it directly from us, because we make more money. That's a simple fact. We have to get it out, Amazon, these other stores, but really, we will be happy, usually, most authors will be happy to take a book directly to you, because it's more for us.
It is. Well, I'm just excited, like I said, to be a part of it. This is a wonderful thing for us authors.
And it's a great opportunity, Tim. I'm glad you pointed that out. The book festival is a great place to buy directly from the authors. So you can go to the book festival, talk to the authors, ask questions, look at the books, and then you can purchase them directly from the authors, which works out the best for them. So that is great to see.
Oh,
And
I
yes.
did want to give a shout out to Connie Cockrell, because she is the main person that's in charge of the book festival, and she's the one that takes all of the authors' names and gets their tables, and she pretty much does everything. So I wanted to definitely give a shout out to Connie.
Yes, Connie was in, I know, on our first community spotlight talking about the book festival, yeah, goodness, for years now, over 10 years.
Yes.
You know, putting this on with the entire group, you know, that works on putting this together. And there's a lot of work that goes into it, as you know, Bobbie.
Gosh, yes.
You've seen it firsthand, but Connie, the driving force behind that. So thank you, Connie, for doing this, and thank you to all the authors that participate and bring their books out, and you know, take the time and the effort to get set up, because that's a lot of work as well, hauling your books out, getting set up, and then spending the morning and the afternoon out there talking with people at the book festival. So again, the website is Payson Book Festival, PaysonBookFestival.org. If you want more information, and you can view the authors on the website. And anything else we should mention, Bobbie, talking about Connie. No, anything else?
Well, the only thing I can suggest is if you are an author or thinking of writing a book, you might want to join the Arizona's author. Yeah, because we learn from each other. And if you join one of our chapters, the APW chapters in Arizona, you're going to be rubbing elbows with all of the authors that have been there, done that.
Wow.
So you might have questions, and you might want to know, well, how do I write a book?
Yeah.
That's a great place to start.
That's great advice. So yeah, if you're an aspiring author, if you are an author and just maybe recently relocated to Arizona, or moved here, or you just never heard about the Arizona Professional Writers, do a Google search, join the group, and then you can be connected with all those authors. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on this morning and sharing, and we'll see you out at the 10th Annual Payson Book Festival. That's Saturday, July 19th, 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at the Mazatzal Hotel and Casino. Well, thank you guys for listening and watching this morning. And also a big thank you to the Shed Kings for sponsoring our Community Spotlight program. Now a message from them, followed by an update from the National Weather Service. And then it is back to the music with some Love and Rockets, Paul McCartney and Wings, John Hyatt, and more. You guys have a beautiful Tuesday. The KRIM Community Spotlight program.
Welcome to Shed Kings, offering 2 convenient locations in Star Valley and Overgard, Arizona.
Hey there, I'm Curtis. And I'm Anthony. And we're the Shed Kings, home of the rent-to-own, no-credit check program.
We offer barns, sheds, garages, cabins, and steel buildings, all built to last. Proudly representing Graceland Portable Buildings, industry leaders for over 20 years. Need something larger? We also represent American Steel Buildings for unmatched durability and the best warranties in the business. Quality matters. If there was a better constructed building on the market, we would be selling it.
Shed Kings made it so easy. The quality's unbeatable. I loved it so much, I joined the team.
Enjoy enhanced floor and wall durability, optimized fasteners, and budget-friendly options. Choose from a wide variety of styles and colors to fit your needs. Graceland Portable Buildings has the highest customer quality ratings year after year.
So come see us in person and experience the Shed Kings difference, because we have the shed you've been looking for. If not, we can build it. Call or visit us to get started.
Welcome to Shed Kings, offering 2 convenient locations in Star Valley and Overgard, Arizona.
Hey there, I'm Curtis. And I'm Anthony. And we're the Shed Kings, home of the rent-to-own, no-credit check program.
We offer barns, sheds, garages, cabins, and steel buildings, all built to last. Proudly representing Graceland Portable Buildings, industry leaders for over 20 years. Need something larger? We also represent American Steel Buildings for unmatched durability and the best warranties in the business. Quality matters. If there was a better constructed building on the market, we would be selling it.
Shed Kings made it so easy. The quality's unbeatable. I loved it so much, I joined the team.
Enjoy enhanced floor and wall durability, optimized fasteners, and budget-friendly options. Choose from a wide variety of styles and colors to fit your needs. Graceland Portable Buildings has the highest customer quality ratings year after year.
So come see us in person and experience the Shed Kings difference, because we have the shed you've been looking for. If not, we can build it. Call or visit us to get started.
Welcome to Shed Kings, offering 2 convenient locations in Star Valley and Overgard, Arizona.
Hey there, I'm Curtis. And I'm Anthony, and we're the Shed Kings, home of the rent-to-own, no-credit check program.
We offer barns, sheds, garages, cabins, and steel buildings, all built to last. Proudly representing Graceland Portable Buildings, industry leaders for over 20 years. Need something larger? We also represent American Steel Buildings for unmatched durability and the best warranties in the business. Quality matters. If there was a better constructed building on the market, we would be selling it.
Shed Kings made it so easy. The quality's unbeatable. I loved it so much, I joined the team.
Enjoy enhanced floor and wall durability, optimized fasteners, and budget-friendly options. Choose from a wide variety of styles and colors to fit your needs. Graceland Portable Buildings has the highest customer quality ratings year after year.
So come see us in person and experience the Shed Kings difference, because we have the shed you've been looking for. If not, we can build it. Call or visit us to get started.
Welcome to Shed Kings, offering 2 convenient locations in Star Valley and Overgard, Arizona.
Hey there, I'm Curtis. And I'm Anthony, and we're the Shed Kings, home of the rent-to-own, no-credit check program.
We offer barns, sheds, garages, cabins, and steel buildings, all built to last. Proudly representing Graceland Portable Buildings, industry leaders for over 20 years. Need something larger? We also represent American Steel Buildings for unmatched durability and the best warranties in the business. Quality matters. If there was a better constructed building on the market, we would be selling it.
Shed Kings made it so easy. The quality's unbeatable. I loved it so much, I joined the team.
Enjoy enhanced floor and wall durability, optimized fasteners, and budget-friendly options. Choose from a wide variety of styles and colors to fit your needs. Graceland Portable Buildings has the highest customer quality ratings year after year.
So come see us in person and experience the Shed Kings difference, because we have the shed you've been looking for. If not, we can build it. Call or visit us to get started.
Welcome to Shed Kings, offering 2 convenient locations in Star Valley and Overgard, Arizona.
Hey there, I'm Curtis. And I'm Anthony, and we're the Shed Kings, home of the rent-to-own, no-credit check program.
We offer barns, sheds, garages, cabins, and steel buildings, all built to last. Proudly representing Graceland Portable Buildings, industry leaders for over 20 years. Need something larger? We also represent American Steel Buildings for unmatched durability and the best warranties in the business. Quality matters. If there was a better constructed building on the market, we would be selling it.
Shed Kings made it so easy. The quality's unbeatable. I loved it so much, I joined the team.
Enjoy enhanced floor and wall durability, optimized fasteners, and budget-friendly options. Choose from a wide variety of styles and colors to fit your needs. Graceland Portable Buildings has the highest customer quality ratings year after year.
So come see us in person and experience the Shed Kings difference, because we have the shed you've been looking for. If not, we can build it. Call or visit us to get started.
Welcome to Shed Kings, offering 2 convenient locations in Star Valley and Overgard, Arizona.
Hey there, I'm Curtis. And I'm Anthony, and we're the Shed Kings, home of the rent-to-own, no-credit check program.
We offer barns, sheds, garages, cabins, and steel buildings, all built to last. Proudly representing Graceland Portable Buildings, industry leaders for over 20 years. Need something larger? We also represent American Steel Buildings for unmatched durability and the best warranties in the business. Quality matters. If there was a better constructed building on the market, we would be selling it.
Shed Kings made it so easy. The quality's unbeatable. I loved it so much, I joined the team.
Enjoy enhanced floor and wall durability, optimized fasteners, and budget-friendly options. Choose from a wide variety of styles and colors to fit your needs. Graceland Portable Buildings has the highest customer quality ratings year after year.
So come see us in person and experience the Shed King's difference, because we have the shed you've been looking for. If not, we can build it. Call or visit us to get started.
Welcome to Shed Kings, offering 2 convenient locations in Star Valley and Overgard, Arizona.
Hey there, I'm Curtis. And I'm Anthony. And we're the Shed Kings, home of the rent-to-own, no credit check program.
We offer barns, sheds, garages, cabins, and steel buildings, all built to last. Proudly representing Graceland Portable Buildings, industry leaders for over 20 years. Need something larger? We also represent American Steel Buildings for unmatched durability and the best warranties in the business. Quality matters. If there was a better constructed building on the market, we would be selling it.
Shed Kings made it so easy, but quality's unbeatable. I loved it so much, I joined the team.
Enjoy enhanced floor and wall durability, optimized fasteners, and budget-friendly options. Choose from a wide variety of styles and colors to fit your needs. Graceland Portable Buildings has the highest customer quality ratings year after year.
So come see us in person and experience the Shed King's difference, because we have the shed you've been looking for. If not, we can build it. Call or visit us to get started.